Hello, I'm Roxanne, and it's Sunday, so that means I have a When Calls the Heart prediction video. Thank you for tuning in.
Since you're here, click that button to subscribe and click the bell for notifications. Don't forget to click all.
Okay, so we're getting really close to season 9, and I know it has not been formally announced. There's been many people who are speculating, and you know I love to speculate, but I am not going to speculate on the date or the premiere date rather, because there's just so many crazy things going on that I truly do not know if it will be like that third week in February. So I'm saying nothing. I have no idea. But I do have some ideas about some of the last behind the scene pics that we were given, and I'm going to analyze some of them tonight. But I'm going to start off first with what is it that we know? What do we know? Because then that is what makes our speculation not baseless. Often people are like, but that's how I feel, that's what I think. You can say 1,000,001 things when you are predicting or speculating. You could say an alien is going to come down. That would be baseless because it's not that kind of a show. And often we miss little hints along the way and we project what we want to have happen, not necessarily what the storyline has been hinting all along. So first we're going to talk about what it is we know. We do know that this is a nighttime scene. That's a yes to that. Okay, they even said it in the descriptions. They even talked about the equipment that was out and how they make a nighttime scene seem like it's nighttime during the day. They even showed us how to do daytime during the night, right? Anyway, this is a nighttime scene. We also know that that is Elizabeth's house, and answering the door is Elizabeth because that is her stand-in. If you look closely behind the equipment, you will see that there is a male figure or character standing on the doorstep. So we know that for sure. Then also on the same day or hours before or after we had these behind the scene pics, we saw Elizabeth in costume, and it was a nightgown, and she was walking on her way to, I guess, the row house. So we know that it's either very late at night in the scene or it's in the middle of the night. Also, I want you to look closely. We're going to blow up this section here. Apparently, Elizabeth now has a telephone in her house. So we know that there's a phone there. So what can we speculate from all of these different clues that we do know? Well, also remember, this was filmed towards the end of the filming season, which can be out of order. But I really do feel like this scene that's being shot really is further along in season 9, unless they're doing some kind of a flashback. So the first scenario I'm thinking is that the person standing on the doorstep is delivering, whoever the person is delivering scary news, because it's not something that you would call on the telephone to say. And part of the reason for that could be is that Elizabeth's going to want to immediately leave her home. So it's nighttime. She would need an escort. It would be dangerous for her, or she might need a ride. So this is why I think the person is coming to the doorstep and not calling on the telephone. The telephone might not be working. That could be a plausible answer, but this is in the middle of the night. Someone's on the doorstep. I think the phone's working. So who could this person be? Well, it could very well be Lucas. Lucas has come to get her because something has happened to Rosemary. I really do think something is going to happen to Rosemary. I don't think she's going to die, but I do think that her life is going to be physically in danger. And why do I think this? Why do I think anybody's life is going to be in danger? Well, because I've talked all along, all through the summer, ever since filming has started, that there is a heightened level of danger in Hope Valley overall, especially with the presence of the Pinkertons, especially with the mystery about who is in that cabin, especially with the mystery of what's going to happen with the pipeline. More people are coming in because we know this. There's a factory not far from there. The gentleman who came to talk to Elizabeth about her school expanding, like she was shocked to find that they think it's going to be 100 students, not just a handful coming in. So there's a lot going on. So I think that someone is injured. It could be that Lucas is there, like I said, to say that Rosemary's injured. I don't think Lee would be injured again. Or it could be that Lee is on the doorstep to tell her that Lucas is injured. Or it could even be that Nathan is on the doorstep, or Bill, to tell her that Lucas is injured. Or possibly, I always want to say Pascal, but I mean Rosemary. So I'm thinking that is one of the scenarios. Now, another scenario that I have is that someone is coming to her doorstep to help her, that her life is in danger and baby Jack. And that could be a possibility. It could be a possibility for a whole bunch of reasons, but one of the main reasons is they're trying to get to Lucas through her. So maybe someone's coming to take her, you got to leave now, and protect her. Or it could be that somebody who wants to hurt her is on the doorstep. Hence, they wouldn't be calling. She opens the door and she's surprised, and they either, break their way in and hold her hostage, take her or baby Jack, something along those lines. All of those things are spooky, scary, but they're all plausible. They are not baseless. Another thing that I was thinking that is, no one is hurt, but what if something happens to her school again? We know it burnt down once before, and that was an accident. Actually, the church itself burned down way, way in the very beginning, but then when it became a school, that burnt down accidentally. Well, it didn't burn down all the way, but it was damaged. And I'm thinking something could have happened to the school again, especially with, they're trying to get to her, or this whole thing about what's going on. Is she going to be able to keep the school the way that she wants and not make it join the Regional Valley School District? Who knows? It could be vandalism. It could be many things. So that was the other thing. Them in the middle of the night trying to break that news to her. They wouldn't want her to wake up and stumble upon it. So then the other idea I have is not negative. It's something fun. What if something happens that makes Lucas and Elizabeth realize that they don't need to wait to get married? And Lucas is like, he cannot wait till the morning for whatever reason. And he knocks on his door and he says, let's do this. Let's get married. And he proposes, or something to that effect. So it could be something cute like that. I'm leaning more towards the scary than the fun, but who knows? So those are some of the scenarios for those behind the scene pictures. Now we have another set of behind the scene pictures, and we're going to talk about what it is that we know. So we know that Martin Cummins is there. He actually posted this. He's on that couch or Chase Lounge or whatever. And this is either the courthouse or the mayor's office, because it used to be the mayor's office. And then when we didn't have a mayor, Bill took it over to make it his courtroom or judge's chambers. We're not quite sure what it is now in season 9, especially in this time frame. It could be that it is now the mayor's office, whoever the mayor might be. But anyway, we see that Chris McNally is on his way. Lucas is walking in. He's got his lines in his hand. So he is a part of this scene. And if you look, you'll see that Elizabeth Standen is sitting at the table talking to one of the directors. So Elizabeth is in this scene, and you could see the stand-in at the doorway for Chris McNally. So we know that the character of Lucas is in this scene. We know that Elizabeth is in this scene, as well as Gowan. Now, why would they all be there? Well, apparently you've got to have either Bill or Lee there, because I really do think Lee is mayor, but whatever, at least Bill is going to be in this room with them. So maybe it's a legal matter and it has something to do with Elizabeth's school. That could very well be. Or why would Gowan have to be there? Did he witness something? Or maybe it's reversed. Elizabeth witnessed something and she's there for Lucas and Gowan. Or I was also thinking it could be something about Elizabeth's land, because the land and property is being bought up, and she does have all that land that belongs to, that was given to her by Jack, because Jack had bought it and was going to build a house on it for her, and it just never happened. So maybe it has something to do with the land. So there are a lot of different scenarios on that one. And these are just some ideas that I have. We are coming down to the wire. I've predicted many, many things from all of the little pieces of information that they shared with us. I'm hoping that you understand that these are not baseless. There are probably other scenarios that I haven't thought of, so it would be great if you shared them in the comments. And if you could, I know it's like homework, explain to me why you would think that scenario would be plausible, because there must have been a hint or something along the way, right? Okay. The only other fun thing for that last one, and I really don't think it is, but it could be, is What if they were doing a quick marriage in the judges' chambers, right? I don't think that's going to happen. I honestly don't, but you never know. It could. It really could. We would know better once we saw where the storyline started if that was actually what was going to happen. But I truly don't think. If I'm going to make any kind of guesses about Elizabeth and Lucas, I would say an engagement somewhere along the way. I don't think they will be getting married. Okay, so I do have a few more prediction videos that will be coming up. You know that I have been doing quite a few interviews, and sometimes they happen on Sundays. And when they do, I will not have a prediction video. But I don't know. We're getting closer and closer. It's getting exciting. I'm so excited. Okay, thank you for tuning in. I am done blabbering, blah, 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 blah. And let me know what you think in the comments. You have a good one.